The goal of the email that you send to accompany your CV to your potential employer mainly is to intrigue the recruiter, to develop interest, to want to open your documents, and to screen and see whether you are a good fit for the role that you are applying for. And that is why today in this video we'll be discussing on how best do you need to write your email when you're sending out your CV. As usual, my name is Mary, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing, and I am joined by one of our CV writing experts, Diana, who will be shedding more light on this subject. Thank you, Diana, for joining me.
You're welcome.
Great.
Yeah.
We are looking at what we need to write in the email when sending out our applications or the CV.
Yeah.
To begin with, are there any mistakes perhaps that you have observed applicants make when writing an email to accompany their CV?
Thank you so much, Mary, for that question. So the first common mistake that most of the job seekers make is having a generic information in your CV.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important in all the instances that you're writing your CV, you ensure that the information that is in your CV is directly aligning to a particular job that you're applying for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, a customer service professional. All the information in your CV, in your email, should showcase that I'm a customer service professional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the first mistake that
Mm-hmm.
most of the job seekers make.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, the next mistake is use of unprofessional email.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I am a doctor, I am a finance expert, and in my email it reads like chelsea@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
That is a mistake. So at all costs, when you're applying for your job, ensure everything has a professional look. Yeah. So, and the next thing is having a lengthy email. So a professional email should go to 2 to 3 lines.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be short, precise, and easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at any point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also the final thing is focusing on your own needs. Mostly the job seekers focus on their objectives rather than focusing on what they're going to contribute to the company. So in this case, it is important to always focus on your qualifications so that at any point you'll have a high chance of being shortlisted. Yeah.
Wow, when you are mentioning the mistakes, then I'm just thinking there's quite a lot that goes into the email that we are sending to accompany the CV. What are some of the key components that should be included when sending a CV to a potential employer? What should we include in the email?
The first thing to be included in the email is a clear subject headline. And preferably, most of the job seekers want their subject to be like the name of that particular job that you're applying for. For example, I'm applying for customer service position. I should mention in the subject section, like, I'm applying for application for a position of a customer service. Going back to the job advert, you should ensure that you have exact what is in the job advert in your email. So the point there is to have a clear subject headline. Yeah. The next thing is to clearly give a brief interest of that particular job that you're applying for. Have a brief statement explaining who you are as a professional. An example could be, dear hiring manager, please find attached my documents. These are the particular skills that I have, and these are the particular achievements that I have, briefly explained, yeah, into detail.
So it's just you're reinstating why you feel you're a good fit for the role you're applying for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, and the next thing is also to mention that you've attached the job, you've attached the CV, the application letter, and other documents that are in your CV. So by the end of the day, the recruiter will be so much interested to get to know more about you. Basically, the email is aimed at giving just an overview of who you are. So if it is captivating, by the end of the day, I'll have so much interest to go to your documents to get to know who you are into more detail. Yeah, so basically the email should always be tailored towards a particular job that you're applying for. Yeah.
And if there's any document I was supposed to attach, I need to indicate it in the email.
Exactly.
The documents that I have attached.
Exactly. Yeah. And the most also important thing is to always give your contact details at the bottom
Of the email.
Yeah. Give the information. Give the recruiter an easy time to contact you. Yeah. So it is important to include your name and also your contact details. Yeah.
What would be your recommendation on how to concisely summarize the experience, the skills, the qualifications in the email without duplicating the entire CV?
Basically, the email, it is important to keep it brief. It is also important to be very clear. And in that case, the recruiter will have an easy time to go through your email. So in this case, if there is an instance whereby you're supposed to use bulletin or a snapshot, it is also important to highlight them into detail, like focusing on your key achievements. You can pick one or two in line with what is in the job advert. Yeah, so it is important to be very clear, direct to the point, and focus on your key achievements and your qualifications in your CV, so that by the end of the day, the email serves the purpose to just give an overview of who you are as a professional. And then I now go to your CV to get to know who you are into detail. Yeah.
So basically it's to encourage the potential employer, the hiring manager, to want to have a look at your profile in the CV.
Yeah.
Wow, quite a lot that goes into just the email that we are writing to accompany our CVs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
Great. Okay. It is important when you're sending out your applications to also pay attention to the email that you are sending to accompany that CV, because as Diana has rightfully mentioned, this is what makes the hiring manager or the recruiter develop an interest or even encourage them to want to peruse through your documents, your profiles, to shortlist you for that interview that you are anticipating. I believe you found this video very useful. That is why we encourage you to subscribe, share with us in the comment section any other key areas that you'd want us to discuss, and we'll be glad to capture it in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.